Hello everyone, for today's video, I would like to talk about the activities for chapter 10. Our first activity is entitled Activity, Application Presentation, Protocols and Standards, as you can see on the screen. Instructions are to drag the appropriate protocols, names, and standards to correct OSI and TCP or IP network locations. Each protocol and standards will be used once on the OSI model and once on the TCP/IP models. So for OSI model, we have application and presentation, while in TCP/IP model, we have the applications. So application layer. Application layer is the closest to the end users. Also, it is the layer that provides the interface between the application for the end user to communicate and the underlying network over which messages are transmitted. Inside application layer are the HTTP, or also known as hypertext transfer protocol. Also the TFTP, known as the trivial file transfer protocol. IMAP, known as the internet message access protocol. The DNS, the domain name system. Also the FTP, or the POP, or post office protocol. It also includes the SMTP, or simple mail transfer protocol, which is not included in the choices. And the last one for the application layer is the DHCP, also known as the dynamic host configuration protocol. Next one is presentation. As for presentation and session layer, it has three primary functions. Number one is formatting and presenting. Number two is compressing data, and the last one is encrypting data. Presentation layers include MPEG, or motion picture expert group. Next one is the GIF, or GIF, so known as graphic interchange format. Next one is the PING, the JPEG, or also known as the joint photographic expert group. As for the application protocols of TCP/IP model, we have all of the choices. The GIF, GIF, POP, POP, IMAP, the TFTP, JPEG, MPEG, DNS, DHCP, dynamic host transfer protocol, and the last one is HTTP, so known as hypertext transfer protocol. Let's check it. All correct. Let's move on to application layer, also known as the is used to exchange data between programs running on the source and destination host. So means that exchange data that runs through the source to destinations are also called as application layer, which is this layer provides interface between the application to communicate under the underlying network over which the message is transmitted, in which the end users and the network exchange data happens. So this is the second activity for chapter 10, which is the DNS CLI command in Windows and Linux. As you can see, we have an ready-made CMD, which is need to be configured using the nslookup command. When configuring a network device, one or more DNS server addresses are provided that the DNS client can use for name resolution. Usually, the Internet Service Provider, or also known as ISP, provides the addresses to the use for the DNS server when the user application requests to connect to a remote device by a name. The requesting DNS client queries the name server to resolve the name of the numeric address. So, as you can see in figure 2, we have to use the syntax checker to practice entering the nslookup command in both Windows and Linux. So, let's try it. First, we have to input the nslookup command. As you can see, a pop-up message appear, which relays that the output lists the name, the IP address of the DNS server configured by the client. That the DNS server addresses can be manually configured or dynamically learned through DHCP. You are now in the nslookup mode. Enter the domain name www.cisco.com, a pre-made domain. Also, nslookup allows the user to manually query the name server to resolve a given host name. So let's try to enter www triple w with cisco.com. As you can see, the server, the addresses of this subnet mask addresses and aliases appear on the screen. So the output lists the www.cisco.com related IP addresses that the server E144 currently has its database. As you can see, the server e144.dcbc.akamai akma.iedge.net shows that will resolve to www.cisco.com. So the next one is enter the exit command to leave the nslookup mode and return to the Windows command line. So exit. You can directly query the DNS server by simply adding the domain name to the nslookup command. So in this you nslookup. So the next one is the command for you to add the domain name, which is the www.cisco.com, no, that Google rather .com. So you are now, as you can see, the command shows the server, the address, the name, the address, and now you are now working with the Linux command prompt. The nslookup command is the same. So number one in the objectives are enter the nslookup command to begin a manual query of the name server. Nslookup um, is given as the server and the address. The next one is type the domain name, which is this www.cisco.com. That's given as the E144 IP and the address. The next one is exit to leave the nslookup mode and return to the Linux command line. As in the Windows, you can directly query the DNS server by simply adding the domain name to the nslookup command. So this is what we said earlier, the nslookup and the domain itself, which is the www.google.com. Now you have successfully used the nslookup command to verify the status of the domain names. As you can see, the command with the domain name gives us the server address and the database name and address. So that's all for today's video, and thank you.